Hey, everybody. I got on here a little early tonight just to check out some of the features of this Zoom. Hope y'all are doing well. While we are waiting, I would love for everybody to just set their chat to everyone. Okay, it looks like it's automatically set to everyone. So when you click on chat, just leave that on everyone if you don't mind. If you specifically want to say something to someone else, if you click on that little drop down menu, you can choose a person's name, just their name, but everyone will let us see any question that you ask. We are also live on Facebook as well. So if you are watching this on Facebook, we would love for you to share that out because it does help us. Oops. Hey, Shibby Shop Sherry. I see Shibby Shop Sherry on here. I'm just trying to get this thing to go out on Facebook, and I'll be right with you. If you're watching on Facebook, please know that you can go to Angie. Angie can't hear. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Awesome. Okay. Angie, sometimes you have to go out and come back in. Sometimes that helps. You might want to try that real quick, Angie. But those of you that are joining on Facebook, please make sure to share this out to your groups and your personal page. That would be awesome. It helps us get the word out about Shibboleth. And we're going to go over the recipe library tonight. We're going to look at our grocery list and how to make a grocery list. We're going to add a food item from the food library to the grocery list, and we're going to add an entire recipe to the grocery list. And then we're going to check out our grocery list to see how awesome it is. That's a special feature of having a Shibboleth membership. And then the second part of this webinar or meeting is going to be us introducing ourselves to each other. One of the best things about this lifestyle is all of you guys and us supporting each other, and it is absolutely awesome. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing. And I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to go to the Shibboleth website. This website is absolutely amazing. It is, I mean, when I first started playing around with it, I'm like, this has all these cool features in it. It's like they created it straight from my own head, all of these awesome features, but they're from Travis's ideas. And I thought that's really cool. So right now, I always have mine come up to my profile because I like to see my weight loss right there. I love to look at that chart. It shows me I lost 50 pounds and then I've been maintaining it just by following the lifestyle. So I open up to there. But we are focused in on the fast track tonight. The fast track is where we want to focus. I mean, at least for the first week. But like I told Christine yesterday, do it for a month if you have to. Shibby Shop Sherry comes and does it once a month. You're always going to learn something new. And the fast track just got even better with going live every night at 7:30. So we're hoping to really shorten your learning curve on learning our awesome website. Okay, if you do have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I am currently going to click on dashboard at the top. And then I'm going to click on fast track. Now, if you're brand new, fast track automatically comes up for you. But if you're a restarting member, you would see the instructors page first, just like I saw, and then you'd click on fast track. Now, right now, do you see how my laps, you don't really see anything underneath there? That's because I finished them all and they're collapsed, and they should only collapse once you've finished them all. But I know that uh, Landra today's went away. So, but I just told her, I said, just click on a lap, it'll come back. So that's what she did. But tonight we're focusing on lap 4. So I'm hoping that you have completed lap 1, 2, and 3. If you have not, please never think that you are behind, because you are not. This is the education you never received. We don't learn it in one night. We often don't learn it in one week. Now, we can get started in a week and have great success, but really getting the thing down is going to take a little bit of time. So thank y'all for spending your nights with me. I appreciate it. So I'm going to click on lap 4. And just to familiarize you with how this goes, when you when you hover your mouse over that information eye, or even if you just hover it over the link, this black box is going to pop up. You are going to read the black box. Now remember, that black box is different for every task because it is specific to that task. So read it, and then you'll know exactly why I'm having you do this particular task. And then once you've completed it, you can check the box. If you want to watch me do it another time besides tonight, all you have to do is watch this video right here, and that's me showing you how to do all of that. So you would be able to watch that again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off on the recipe library. Now, I'm going to read this little black box. We're going to search the recipe library for your favorites, a database built by your Shibboleth family. As you are exploring, please heart each recipe that you think you might like to try. Hearting the recipe adds it to your personal favorites, which can be found in your My Journal tab or in the My Favorites tab in the recipe library. Now, what's really fun about exploring the recipe library is there's lots and lots of things in there. If you even think you might like it, please, please, please go ahead and heart it. Guess why? We see a lot of posts later that say, hey, I was looking around in the recipe library and I saw a recipe that had this ingredient and that ingredient and this ingredient. Now I can't find it again. Can someone help me? But if you'll just heart it, it'll be there for you and you won't have to have that. If then you make that and you don't like the recipe, you can unheart it and it will leave your favorites. Okay, so that's what we want you to do, is to heart your favorites. So we're going to click here. Now, if anybody on here would like to make a suggestion for what you might want to look for in the recipe library, you can comment that in the chat and we'll look that up. But while you're thinking about what type of food you might like to look up in here, I'm going to make, I just know one is here. I'm going to go to chicken enchiladas. I'm just going to put chicken in, because if I put chicken in, I'm pulling up a lot of recipes. So I'm going to put in chicken in the search bar and I hit the little search icon. This little circle with a line out of it's a search icon. It's like a magnifying glass because you're searching for something. So this right here shows you that there are at least 15 pages. There's 369 recipes in this cookbook, as Julie Marandino calls it. In this cookbook, 369 recipes on chicken. And chicken happens to be Shibby Shop Sherry's favorite, chicken and green beans. So we are going to find, I'm going to go click next because I'm looking for fat burning chicken enchiladas, because I ate fat burning chicken enchiladas on Friday night of my very first week and they were good. And I'm going to shorten that and I'm going to go look up fat burning because I know that that's what that recipe is called. Hello, everybody. And Pinky is suggesting unstuffed cabbage rolls. We'll look that one up. So there you go, fat burning chicken enchiladas. So when you see this recipe here, it's kind of in the category of main dish. And if you look over here at all the different types of recipes that you can find, there's many listed there. We even have one called Walmart. 99% of the ingredients can be found at Walmart. Okay, so that is a great recipe section right there. This is a -1 on the weight loss meter. 159 people have also said that they like the fat burning chicken enchiladas, and it has a 5-star rating. So I'm going to click right here. And do you see how it's hearted right there?
Yeah.
That is what I did. I hearted that. And then I came down here and I read the ingredients. I need the 50-calorie tortillas. Now it's calling for the Olay Extreme Wellness High Fiber Tortilla, but any approved category 2 tortilla would work. That's totally fine. Now, what I love about this is, do you see how this is linked here? When something is linked, you can click on it and it'll take you to that. What I like about that is I now get a visual of what that looks like for me when I'm shopping in the grocery store. Because some of these things, the only thing about Shibboleth that you're doing is you're buying different things at the grocery store. And seeing what it looks like before you go to the grocery
Wow.
store is really great.
Oh, my
So that's
eyes.
why I like to click there. And then right here, it talks about the chicken breast. We all know what that is. And I'm looking at this one, a small can of diced green chilies. I don't like diced green chilies, so I don't make that with it. I don't add them in. A 1/4 cup of fat-free chicken broth, any brand works fine. This even tells you if it's a condiment, if it could also be a freebie. There are so many layers of education in all of the features of the Shibboleth website. And you can do 3 cups of fat-free shredded cheddar cheese. So that's in there. And 10-ounce can of red enchilada sauce. And there it is, linked, Old El Paso. So those are all linked. Gives you the directions there. It gives you a description and it gives you serving notes. So this is very important to read. Category 1, because it's chicken breast. Category 2, because of the Olay Extreme Wellness High Fiber Tortilla. And then you've got the condiment, which is the enchilada sauce and cheese. So all of that is in there. It's approved. It's 235 calories if made properly, and you can serve it with shredded lettuce, jalapeno, fat-free sour cream, or Fage total 100% 0% Greek yogurt in place of sour cream. So they even give you some additional serving notes. Remember, the chilies and enchilada sauce already count for part of your condiment, so be careful not to overdo it on adding condiments with calories. We leave nothing to chance for you to have the absolute best results. And then if you come down here, look, I'm the only one that's ever commented on that, but I did comment that it was delicious, and then I made that. So what I really like about the comments below a recipe is that sometimes something has a little bit too much salt in it or something like that. People will tell you in the comments, cut the salt back, do this, do that, do the other. So it is helpful that if there are any condiments down there that you read those. And if you feel like commenting, you can come and add a comment and click post right there. So any suggestions on what we should look up? Let me check the chat right here. Let's see. Hey, Michelle Harper, I'm glad that you're here. Okay, Summer says anything with chicken. Well, Summer, you have 369 options. Okay, Ken is requesting macaroni and cheese. So let's see. I'm just going to put in macaroni, see if I find something. Macaroni and cheese. There you go, Ken. We're going to click here. This is considered a side dish. It's a 1 on the weight loss meter. Now, what that means to you, do you see this weight loss meter up here? It's a -3 to a +3. Now, we can also adjust this to get it in the best for weight loss. 0 is not going to help you, not going to hurt you. But the negative numbers are better for weight loss. Now, I bet you anything, Ken is not going to be eating macaroni and cheese every single night. So if he has a weight loss meter with a 1 on it, once a week or something like that, that's going to still be great for weight loss. I want you to be aware of that. But if you were to have this at every single meal, every single day, you may not get the results that you want with a 1 weight loss meter or higher. But I doubt that he's eating it every day. So 72 people have also liked this and no one has rated it. All right, but that's okay. I'm going to show you how, when you come back into here, if you've made this macaroni and cheese and you like it, you can give it a 5-star. So this is how it gets that rating. And I think I'm going to go ahead and mark this too because I've never made that. So I'm going to heart that. It'll be in my recipe library. Come down here and it's suggesting Dreamfields pasta, any variety. It's a category 3 energy carb, but I tell you, there is a better pasta that you can use for this. The Fiber Gourmet pasta would be even better because it's a category 2 fibrous carb. So I would probably make that switch, but you could still use this one. Now you remember, what do we not eat with energy carbs? What do we not put with energy carbs, y'all? Definitely. Category 4s, we do not eat that with energy carbs. Oh. And I think Michelle Harper is telling us, and Ken, this might be really great for you, that the Shibby Shop has a mac and cheese that's Fiber Gourmet, and you wouldn't even have to make this recipe. You could just buy it and cook it. Ken, good job. He said a 4. So we also wouldn't eat fruit or superfoods with this either, if it's an energy carb. This is calling for some dry mustard, some black pepper. Now, this is calling for Kroger Carb Mustard or fat-free Fairlife milk, because that is going to give us a milk that is fat-free, yet also high protein. And that's the important part about that. See, skim milk, you know, it's really fat-free, but it's high in sugar, and there's the problem. So this one is fat-free, yet it is high in protein, and that's a good thing. You could use ghee butter here, and then we have 1.5 cups of fat-free shredded cheddar cheese, and then 8 ounces of fat-free cream cheese. Wow, this would be a really great recipe. I would just edit that pasta to a category 2 Fiber Gourmet pasta. That's what I would do there. But when you click, you come down here, you read the directions and all of that. And we're not going to read all of these every single time because everybody would explore what they want to. But I'm going to go back up here to my dashboard because I want to show y'all how to complete Fast Track. Did somebody say anything?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you again where it was you saved it to your, so that you had it in your recipe book.
Okay, awesome. I'll show you in just a second. Okay. So right here on this task 1 says familiarize yourself with the recipe library. Do you know you can spend hours playing in that? You can spend hours playing in that. This is why it is ultra important that when you are playing that you do what I show next to answer Sherry's question, because if you like something, then you need to heart it. And I'm looking at the best breakfast casserole right now. This is delicious. I make this for holidays and it's just absolutely delicious. Everybody loves it. I did not hit search. So the best breakfast casserole. So I'm going to click here. And Sherry, do you see right here where this heart is?
Yes, yes.
That's how you heart something. Okay. Now, do y'all see right up here where it says my favorites?
Yeah.
If I go and click here, see, and I've given this a rating. Do you see I've rated this too? So I'm going to click on my favorites and y'all get to see my favorites. These are my personal favorites. That's all my personal favorites. And what this feature does is it takes our massively huge recipe library and it brings it down to personalize it just for you. And the other thing that's great about our recipe library is that the pictures in the recipe library change. And so if you will click on, see, these change daily. So when you come into the recipe library and you see a new picture, you can click on it. That was beef Mexican skillet. Beef Mexican skillet sounds good to me. I'm going to heart it. Then it made it into my favorites. Now, once I make this, if I find that I don't like it, I just unheart it so that it's not in my favorites anymore. Okay. So y'all like this feature of the website?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good. Good. Let me show you where else to find your favorites.
Where's that mic?
Your journal is very customized to you, you know, because you get to put all of your details in right here. Favorite recipes. It's also right there.
Okay.
So you can find it there. So you can find it in the recipes library, or you can find it in your journal on favorite recipes. And so once you feel comfortable having played around in the recipe library, that's when you would want to go to your dashboard and check off that you feel like you completely understand how that works, okay, in lap 4. So the next task in lap 4 is create a grocery list in the resources, foods, and recipes tab. Now, of course, I've got it linked, all right? Now,
Okay.
you'll note, do you see that there's some parentheses with some words in it? This is if
Yeah.
you're a silver level member and up. If you are a fast track member, remember, that's just like touching your toe in the water. You don't get the full view of everything. So this is for silver level and up members, all right? But the fast track members do have a small library, but all of the other resources I'm going over now are silver level and up. So let's read this black box. In order to add foods to a grocery list, the grocery list must be created first. If you shop at multiple stores, this is a good time to create a grocery list for each store. So I'll explain that as we click here. So I've gone to grocery list and see how I have created some grocery lists for Ingles, for Kroger, and this, look, I named this grocery list things I might want to try. Just random things that I might want to try one day. I added that. So that when I'm with other people or I'm going through this and I'm exploring the website, I can just throw that into the things I might want to try grocery list. So that's all of right there. If I don't want these grocery lists anymore, I can delete them. To update them, I can do that. But to add your very first grocery list, you're going to click on the green add grocery list. So I'm going to click there. Now, I have never shopped at Aldi, so I'm just going to add Aldi because we've got one really close and I'm probably missing out by not having shopped there. So I'm going to make myself a new little list. And I did it so you could see. Do you see how that popped up right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that is my grocery list. So in order to add anything to a grocery list, you have to have already had a grocery list created. You see, because if you're in the food library and you go add to grocery list, and there's no grocery list created, there's nothing for it to be added to. So that is why the dashboard lap 4 step 2 is to create a grocery list. So the next task for practice, pick any food item from the food library and add it to one of your grocery lists. Adding a food item to a grocery list can be done from 2 places. In the food list, it is the last button to the right of the food item, or once you've opened a food item, it's the green button that looks like a list. So we're going to click here. This is taking me to the food library. So y'all give me some food that you want me to look up.
Spaghetti.
Okay, spaghetti. That's a good one. Because this is what I'm going to do for spaghetti. So I type spaghetti in. All of these things come up with spaghetti in the title. So if it's got spaghetti in the title, it's in there. Now, when I am picking spaghetti, I want to pick the best of the best spaghetti, right, for weight loss. So that's when I'm going to use this weight loss meter. I'm going to take this little ball here and I'm going to slide it. And I want to see what's in the -1 to -3 range. So it created a range there. And now I'm just going to hit the set button. You always have to hit the set button. And it's going to regenerate the list. So see, the list is a little bit shorter now. And this is the reason I do that is because we don't need huge amounts of foods to pick from. We need like a smaller list, and we also need the best of the best, right? We want the best of the best. So that's kind of the best way to do that. The reason our food library gets so big is because people in different areas of the country ask us to look at things and see if they'll work. And then if they do work, it gets added to the food library. So this is a great way just to kind of narrow it down. And you can see I've got 2 hearted right here. So I know that I like the Explore Cuisine organic black bean spaghetti pasta noodles. And I like the Explore Cuisine edamame spaghetti pasta noodles. So to add these to my food library, I mean, not my food library, a grocery list, I could simply click right here. Do you see how that black box pops up and it shows you add to grocery list?
Yeah.
So I'm going to click add to grocery list. When I do that, this pops up. Now I get to choose from which grocery list to add it. I'm just going to pick Aldi. I don't know if it's at Aldi, y'all, but I'm just picking that. And then I could just kind of scroll down and look and see what else I've got right here. And I'm going to get some of those. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. But that's a good thing I did, because right here, do you see how I could also click this button and it would add it to a grocery list? So there's two places you can add it to the grocery list. Now, while we're here in this pasta, do you see where it says category? It says category 1, lean protein, category 2, fibers, carbs. Oh, awesome, Pinky. Pinky says they do sell it at Aldi. So you have category 1 and category 2. That means that this particular product has enough protein in it to be called a lean protein, and it has enough fiber in it to be called a fibers carb. So what this means is, let's say that you want to put some meat with this spaghetti. Your meat could come from which categories, y'all?
Turkey or beef.
Well,
Lean protein.
it could come from lean protein.
Oh,
It can
lean
also
protein.
come
Sorry.
from,
Category 4?
it can also
Or
come from
7.
category 4, and it can also come from
7.
7. Yeah. So basically, when you have a 1 and a 2, all your meats that are approved can go with it. But let me show you something about this. I'm going to put in carbonara pasta. Now, I knew this one didn't have spaghetti in it. That's why it didn't pull up a minute ago. So if you are looking for pasta in general, the best thing to type in this food library search bar is pasta. So, because we've tagged everything that could possibly be pasta, like spaghetti noodles or fettuccine noodles, you know, all of that with just the pasta heading. But let's click on this carbonara pasta. Look right here at the categories. It's category 1, 2, and 3. So what that means to you is that it also has some energy carb properties in it, along with lean protein and fibers carbs. So which category of meat, if you were going to put meat with this pasta, would you not choose?
4.
That's right, Carol. You would not choose a 4 because it's got energy carbs. And remember, we don't eat protein plus fat with energy carbs, fruit, or superfoods. So that's a great application question, you know, to look between those two different type of pastas. So I buy those other I have this in my pantry right now, but I typically use that other one just because it gives me more flexibility. But a lot of people like this one too. So that's great. Okay, now I'm going to just click on add it to grocery list just because I can. I'm going to add it right there. See how quick and easy that is just to add things to your grocery list when you're playing around in the food library. So now we're going to go back to Fast Track Lap 4 because that's what we're doing tonight. Now add a recipe to the grocery list. And the black box says, this is so cool. Each recipe required ingredient can be added to a grocery list with the click of a button. Once the recipe has been opened, click the green tab to add the grocery list. So let's go right here and see, do you see how these changed? These already changed from the last time we were here. So these constantly change just to give you, so if you click on something and you like it, make sure you heart it because these are dynamic. They change all the time. So let's see whatever. Let's do this one. This is a better than Wendy's chili. So I click on easy better than Wendy's chili. And I've got all of these ingredients. Y'all see all those ingredients there? Let's say, yep, I want to make that. I'm going to hit this button right here, add to grocery list. I click there. I'm going to add it to my Aldi grocery list, and I'm going to click add. So that's how easy it is to add an entire recipe to your grocery list. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the Fast Track, Lap 4. And the last task on here is check out your created grocery list. Each grocery list can be customized before going shopping. When a full recipe is added to the grocery list, it adds every item needed. You may already have some staples at home. When you look at your grocery list, you can edit the items you do not need to purchase at the store. Notice how each item in the grocery list is also listed by category. Isn't that amazing? I think it is. I hope y'all think it is. So here we are at that grocery list. I'm going to click on Aldi because that's what we've been building tonight. Now there's my list. Do you see what it did? It put everything into its own category. So there is another layer of education, just like, yep, it goes in this category. This is where this is. So let's say that you already have some approved tomato sauce at home. If you want to remove this from the list, all you've got to do is check this little minus box and it'll ask you, do you want to remove the approved tomato sauce from this grocery list? And if I do, I just click remove. So this really can help you customize your list. I'm not going to remove it, but then if you want to print this, you click print and it will create your grocery list with little boxes. So if you're like me and you have your grocery list laying on your purse that's in the little part where a kid would sit and you have your pen and you like to check things off, you just check them off and you can go shopping. So any questions about what we went over tonight? If not, what I'm going to do is, did anybody have any questions about lap 1, 2, or 3? Lap 3. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I tuned in late last night.
Okay.
Has that video been posted?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. When I checked earlier, it hadn't.
Okay. Let me show you where it is. What's that, Carol?
I said either that or I couldn't find it.
Well, I'm going to show you. It's in 2 places. In lap 2, where it says watch the daily fast track webinars, that's where they're going to be posted. Or you click on the video library. And since this is a fast track class, you'll click on this fast track library. And then over here in this topic section where it says daily fast track webinars, you'll click there. And it's this black one. We just don't have a thumbnail picture for it yet, but it's lap 1, 2, and 3 to stay caught up Tuesday night webinar.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions, y'all, about lap 1, 2, and 3? Because this is a good opportunity to ask that. Ask any questions about that.
I bought Carbquik. I typed it in, but I didn't see too many recipes for that.
Okay, well, let me go back to that because there are 6 pages of recipes for Carbquik. So let's make sure. So what I'm going to do, Laura, is I'm going to go to Carbquik through the food library rather than the recipe library. So I'm going to click on Carbquik. Thank you, Julie. I'm sorry I can't capture everything that's being said up there on Facebook, y'all. Okay, Carbquik, complete biscuit, and baking mix. So we're going to click there. First of all, let's notice it's a -1. I've already hearted it. 230 other people have also said they liked it. And if I wanted to add to my grocery list, I could just click there. But let's click it. This is amazing. Look, it's not like Bisquick, y'all, because this is Carbquik. That's the Bisquick swap. And this is a category 2 fibrous carb. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Because this breaks down in your body more like a green bean than a bread. This is why we can use this for waffles, pancakes. We can use it. I make these little cheddar garlic biscuits with it. And then I eat them with a 96% lean ground beef patty. It looks like hamburger and biscuits. And it tastes like hamburger and biscuits, but it is a fat burning meal, not a fat storing meal. So we're going to click there. But Laura, if I continue to scroll down right here, there's all of the linked recipes. So if y'all are ever looking for a recipe that goes with a particular food, look up the food, then scroll down and you'll see all of these recipes. Now, the reason I knew that there were 6 pages of recipes is because I've looked this up enough to know. And let's say, there we go. See, it's 6 pages. So page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can you buy that in the store?
And you can just kind of scan down through those and see what you might want to make. And one great way to scan through those and see what you might want to make is to look at how many other people have said they like it. So for example, 545 people have said they like the 4 ingredients biscuits. And it's a
Wow.
-1 on the weight loss meter. So that's a negative. That's awesome. Julie's saying the bagels, 174 people have said they liked it. It's also a -1 on the weight loss meter. They both have great ratings. So this will give you a great way to kind of just filter through the things that you want to make. Now, I like to take Carbquik and batter things up with it. So maybe I buy some okra, some whole okra, or maybe I go to Ingles and Ingles chops up my okra for me. So I don't like to do all that. Just want to bring it home and have it ready. So they'll chop it all up. But then what I'll do is I'll toss it around in just a little bit of Carbquik, put it in my air fryer and let it go, or even put it in the oven at maybe 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And I don't know if you're like me, but I used to ask my grandmother, can you burn me up some fried okra, please? Because I wanted it to have that burnt flavor. So I put it in there and cook it on up till it's nice and crispy. So that's another reason that Carbquik is excellent. Carbquik is a fabulous starter kit item. And we're going to be talking about some more starter kit items tomorrow night. But watch this right here. See these 2 links here? If you would like to support the Shibboleth ministry, you can click right there on Find It in Our Store, and it will take you directly to the shop. Anything that you purchase in our shop that's $30 or more for an order ships to you for free. If you would prefer to support Amazon, you just click on Amazon and it goes over to Amazon. Now, Shibboleth gets a small fraction back just by having linked that to Amazon. But the best way to support the ministry is right there. Now, you're not required to buy anything from Shibboleth to do this lifestyle. You're not. But I always like to explain to people, we didn't really charge much to get in. So if you feel so inclined, please support in other ways, okay? So there's Carbquik. Anybody else have any questions? Let's see, Janet. Janet says, is it really okay to do these laps over a few weeks instead of a week? Yes, Janet, that is actually a very awesome idea. So just like I told Christine, do it for a month. Because when you do it, you're going to find something new, see something new every time. Well, let's say that you're learning this tonight, but then, hold on one second. I want to stop the share and see everybody. If y'all want to, I don't know if you want to, but if y'all want to put your faces on, you can, because I'm looking at you. But what was the question? So I've shown you things tonight. But then if you have not had the opportunity to play with it because you do have work and you do have family, you do have things to do. And then you're just like, wait a minute, what did she say? Just know I'm going to be back with it again the next week. And if you make a commitment to, I'm going to spend 4 weeks in Fast Track and I'm going to be getting my water in and I'm going to be journaling and I'm going to be getting my combinations right. I'm going to portion control and I'm going to get out my timing, all with immersing yourself in this website, you're going to get a great education. See, the point with us, it's an education. This is not a quick fix. And the point with us having a high touch is because we want you to have a short learning curve to learning the website. And if you'll spend time here in Fast Track, this is shortening your learning curve on learning the website. So yes, Janet, please join us every week if you want to. And then Angela says, my Walmart added it this week to their inventory. Great. Yes,
Really?
That's awesome. Good. That's really good.
Now,
So-
where I have a someone that's supposed to be talking to me tomorrow, where do I see that at? Does it call in on your phone or?
Oh, okay. Yes, they're going to call you.
Okay.
Yep. And just remember that it's Eastern time.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you live, Laura, but if
I live in
you're,
Centertown, Georgia.
oh, okay. So Eastern time, you're good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Awesome. So I want to go back real quick to the website. I'm going to go back to Fast Track. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever seen me answer questions or have experienced me answering a question, but a lot of times I'll say, oh, that's in fast track lap number 2. That's in fast track lap number 4. Because I want y'all to always head back to the website, because this website is your resource. It's your library. It's got everything on it. And it is massive. And you are going to find all kinds of really super cool nuggets in it all the time if you're playing in it. But let's go to lap 3. Who took the time to work on this worksheet? Anybody?
A little bit. That's
A little
all.
bit?
Haven't
Okay.
yet.
This worksheet, so in order to create your own personalized meal plan, you want to complete that worksheet for yourself. Now, if you can't print that worksheet out, you could literally just look at the worksheet and just put it on paper. That's okay. However you do it is totally fine. Oh, good. Angela has. That's awesome. Good. Because what that does is it puts your favorites in all of your categories, but then underneath it lets you build meals. Well, that's pretty darn important, right? We got to know what to eat. So there's 5 components to the shield. Thank you, Julie. Julie has.
That's me.
There's 5 components to the shield. Only one of them has to do with what we're eating. So what that indicates to you is that these other things are other behaviors that we need to learn. And if we apply all of this together, the results are supernatural. I promise you they are. If all of this is combined together, it's amazing. But we got to figure out what to eat. So you want to go through these lists. So while we're talking about that, I'm going to pop over into this new member food library. So right underneath the fast track laps, do you see right here, it says new member food library?
Mm-hmm.
That's also in lap 1. Okay. But see, and just like Landra experienced today, she took the test to open up her full library, and I bet that's why it collapsed those laps, but it's okay. You just click on a lap and it would come back. But in lap 1, that's one of the tasks to do. Check out the new member food library. But once you finish that, if you ever want to come back just to a super simple food library, just come back to Fast Track, click on Food Library. So in order to complete that worksheet, I would take my worksheet and this list, and I would go through it. So lean protein. See, lean proteins are very versatile. You're going to want to have some of those as some favorites. If you like chicken breast, transfer it to your list. Now, obviously, you can print this list too and put little checks next to it. But the reason I want you to put it on the worksheet, if possible, or create your own, is because you want to take something from that category, category 1, something from category 2, and build a meal right under it. So you're going to be using those things to build those meals. So you can use this smaller food library just to pick some foods. Pork tenderloin, turkey breast, venison, fish, 96% lean deli meats, 96% lean ground meat, 96% lean hot dogs, and so forth. So anything that you see on that list, start making your favorites list, because this lifestyle is customized to each person. Now, in order to teach individual people what they do, then we got to be able to teach a massive amount of people, but bring it down to each person that they can customize for them. And so that is what that worksheet is. Laura, Julie on Facebook is telling you that she's coming to Cedartown on May 24th if you want to meet with her. And Julie is one of our Shibboleth leaders. So connect with Julie Marandino on Facebook. And she is coming to Cedartown on May 24th. And Laura, that might be a good opportunity for you to meet her. If there's anybody else that's in that area, that's great.
We're going out of town that week.
Uh-oh. Well, she's from Cedartown, so she will be back up there.
Okay.
She's from Cedartown. Are you, Laura, are you from Cedartown originally?
Actually from, when I was 13, I moved to Cedartown. What's her name, Julie? What?
Marandino. Merendino. Now, her maiden name was Hadaway.
How old is she?
She's 50.
Yeah, because I'm 46. So, but
Okay.
mine went to school together.
Yeah, might have. That's awesome. Well, in these last 15 minutes, what I want to do is I would like for us to introduce ourselves to each other. Okay. So what I would like to know is obviously your name, but I can read that, but just say your name and then where you live, where you from. So, because sometimes we make really great connections on here and you might have a friend that lives in your area and y'all could be running buddies. And I don't mean like running. I mean like, shibboleth buddies. Y'all can be shibboleth buddies. And in order to make sure that we can get through this, I am going to put a 1-minute timer on it. So you've got 1 minute to introduce yourself tonight. And then what I'll do is when you are at 10 seconds, I'll do this just so you can be wrapping it up. I'll do this and then we'll go on to the next person. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my screen and just kind of go along. And so the first person on my screen is Christine Phillips.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Christine Phillips. I live in Dexter, Missouri. I'm married, have 4 children and 13 grandchildren.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's awesome, Christine. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And you don't have to take up the whole time like Christine didn't take up the whole time. That's okay too. We're just wanting a little introduction. So thank you so much, Christine. Did you have anything else to add?
And I just got 2 great grandchildren.
Whoa, wow,
You
that
are
is
rich.
amazing.
I sure am.
So you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like to me you've got a great why.
I do.
And that's wonderful. Good, good. The next person on my screen is Landra.
Hello, I'm Landra Halleck, and I live outside of Indianapolis. Childhood friend with Sherry Horner. Grew up next door to each other. And I have 2 grown daughters and husband. And I also, Laura, am a diabetic and struggle with that. When my sugar's good, my weight isn't always where I want it to be. But so I had been in Achieve with Jim before. And so he said, come on, get in this. And so, and Sherry said, come on, get in this. And I said, okay, I will. So I'm here.
Awesome. Well, you know what? What's really cool about that is when somebody says, come on, get in this, it's not like they're asking you to spend $1,000.
Yeah.
So you're not losing anything. I always say this information never hurt anybody. Come on, let's learn it. Let's learn it. All right. Next up is Sherry Horner.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I'm from Rushville, Indiana, just like Russia, but it's Rushville, Indiana, pronounced Rushville by the Hoosiers in Indiana. I'm about an hour north of Indianapolis. I'm married, have a son, 34, single, that's with me a lot because we run a landscaping business with him. It's his, and a 91-year-old mother living with me and my husband. So I have 4 people to cook for all the time.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and
That
I'm
is a
extremely
lot.
busy with the landscaping business, so I've never really retired. I worked for General Motors and Delphi for years, and I've really never retired or been an empty nester very long.
Wow,
So-
it does sound like it. Well, Sherry, the exciting thing is everything that you learn here can help everybody in your household.
Right.
And that's wonderful because everybody can do this lifestyle. Also, thank you. Carol, you're up next.
My name's Carol Marino and I'm in Ackworth, Georgia. So I'm real close to the Shibby store, which is nice to be able to go over there and, shop. I'm married. I have 2 children. I have 2 granddaughters, one of which plays travel ball. So I'm pretty busy.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you. Well, I look forward to meeting you one day, or if I met you at the shop before.
I haven't met you. I mainly just see Sherry when I'm over there.
Yes, yes. Well, awesome. Thank you, Carol. We're so glad that you're with us. All right, next up is Laura.
I'm Laura Shovestall. I come from Cedartown, Georgia. I have 4 kids. I have 3 daughters and a son and a grandson. And the one that we was talking to about your sugar, keep it up because mine's went way down from doing this. So keep it up.
Awesome.
Mine's not
Good.
went over 109 since I started.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Thank you for that testimony. We love those. Next up on my screen is Sherry Ditto.
Well, hey guys, I am Sherry Ditto. I live in Kennesaw, and I work at the Kennesaw Chevy Shop. So, hey Carol, I see you.
I see you too.
And so, if you are close to Kennesaw, by all means, come in and see me. The phone number that's on the website, if you ever call, if you ever call that phone number that's on the website, if it's during the week, I'm the one that's going to answer the phone. Call me if you have any questions. If you need to, just whatever. If you're having a bad day, if you need someone to talk to, just call me. We're all in this together. We're all doing the same thing together. We've all been where each other is now or has been. So we get it. We know what you're going through. So I would love to touch base with any of you that want to.
Awesome. And she is quite an inspiration. Now, Sherry has lost 72 pounds, y'all.
72 pounds.
And it's awesome. And I get to see her all the time. All right. Next up is Summer.
Hi guys, I'm Summer. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a single mom of a 14-year-old son and I have an 11-year-old daughter. I work in construction. I do windows, siding, gutters, overhang, all that good stuff. So
wow.
super busy all the time, moving all the time, just a constant go, go, go.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds like you've got your hands full. I do want to say that you can do this lifestyle anywhere once you get it down, because we can teach you how to eat simply. We can teach you how to cook. Most people, well, we don't teach you how to cook. I probably would have learned that already if that's something that we taught. But if you like to cook, there's recipes. So you can do this. Most people do some easy and some cooking. But I find that I like to buy a lot of stuff from Chevy Shop Sherry, because it makes my life easy, very, very easy. So thank you, Summer. And
Where is
next
the
up,
shop located? Where's the shop? What city is it in?
Kennesaw,
Oh, Kennesaw.
Kennesaw, Georgia. It's the
What is
only one in the
Kennesaw?
world. It's a destination location.
I was going to say, where is Kennesaw?
Okay, so it's 24 miles north of Atlanta.
Okay, north of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a suburb of Atlanta. Yeah. All right. My screen moved around a little bit, but let's see. Michelle, tell us how much weight you've lost before you introduce yourself to, or include that for sure.
Hey everyone, I am Michelle Harper. I have lost 70 pounds
Wow.
on Shibboleth, but I will tell you right now, this has to be a lifestyle, because I did the program a long time ago when it was called Thrive, and I gained all of my weight back from not making it be a lifestyle. But I joined back last year during COVID, and I've lost 70 pounds in a year. And I am on the go like all of you all the time. I have 3 boys. One is graduating. The last one's graduating this week, but I have 2 grandbabies as well. But I travel the state of Georgia and work all the time and on the go like Kim. Kim and I both are also in the construction world. So y'all know I work for a nonprofit in the construction world. So always going and always having to make decisions and eating out of the survival kit, always, for sure. And if y'all haven't joined the Shibby Show in the morning, you need to, because it will give you the inspiration you need each morning. Because
Awesome.
Kim is amazing.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. And what she's talking about, if you don't know, on the Shibboleth public Facebook page, I go live Monday through Friday, typically 7:30, 7:40 Eastern time, and with morning motivation, daily devotion, and if I need to rant or anything, I will do that too. But it's always fun. So thank y'all for joining. Thank you for that plug, Michelle. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. Next up, we have Mr. Ken.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm from Rockmart, Georgia, and I'm married, been married for 24 years, no children or anything, but I'm retired from Wayne Davis Concrete and just looking to try to make my life better, get off oxygen, try to lose some weight, get my blood pressure better. But that's it.
Yeah,
Boring
awesome. We're
life.
glad you're here. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Go ahead.
I said I've got a boring life compared to everybody else.
Yep.
I mean, living life's awesome. So Ken, we hope that everything that you learn here is what you need, because I believe it is. I believe this is the secret. And really where we've all been failed before previously is that we didn't learn this from a little kid. We
Correct.
didn't learn it, and now we get in a pickle and we got to go the other way. But it takes determination. It does take determination coupled with knowledge. You can't just have determination. I've had determination lots of times, but I didn't have the knowledge to make it happen. And so what we're providing is the knowledge that you need every day. So thank you, Ken. And then, oops, we lost one. I had her name written down, but she left us. And then if you're not on screen, totally fine. You can still introduce yourself. Angela, would you introduce yourself, please? Oh, she said, okay, Angela did this in the chat. She started, okay, it says Angie, Lannon, Wisconsin, started at 340 pounds. Today, she broke a 65-pound weight loss.
Whoa. Congratulations.
That's what you get on the Shibby Show in the morning when you share your weight loss. Congratulations, Angela. And she is stoked, she says, joined March 26th of 2021. She has 4 kids, 12 through 20. She's married, permanently taken off the wheelchair this week by doctors. Woo, that's awesome. Each pound lost is liberating me, literally. It is true. Taken off insulin last week and told I was in remission. Praise God. This program has delivered me in so many ways. And I love the Shibby Show. She starts her day every day with it. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. That is awesome and amazing. And this is the kind of stories that we get with Shibboleth, our ministry. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, Janet. Janet, if you don't mind, introduce yourself. You can just click unmute and just intro yourself. We'd love it.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Janet Wilson. I apologize for, I guess I'm vain and I'm so sorry to admit this, but I got bit by a spider right beside my eye, and I've been at the doctor today, and I really look, I mean, I never look great, but I really don't look good today because I am so swollen and I just was embarrassed. So sorry about that. I know I probably should have just jumped on, but I couldn't. So I'm Janet Wilson. I am from Reston, Louisiana. I'm the director of development at the Boys and Girls Club here in my hometown. And I absolutely love my job. I'm married to an awesome man. I have 3 grown children and 6 beautiful grandchildren. And I do not want to, I just don't want to give up anything with my family, friends, or whatever God has for me because of crazy choices that I've continued to make my whole life. So I just, I think I wrote kind of about this today on your site on the 7-day, whatever. And I really cannot even tell you how much I appreciate all the encouragement. I was just blown away by all the comments and all the kind words and all the prayers. I'm like, wow, I've never experienced this concerning, a eating plan. So I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Good. You're welcome. It is very different than anything that you will ever experience. But you do have to stay with it, meaning stay connected to us. Because as soon as you disconnect from something, you're not thinking about us. We want you to think about us, okay? And stick with us. Now, for those of you that may be watching on Facebook, you caught this and you thought, what is this? What are they doing? We hope that you got a little snippet tonight of what our website can provide to you, because the recipes that we showed you, they are fat burning, insulin controlling recipes. We have done all the work. You don't have to do the work. We did the math. We did the figuring. We put it all into a website for you, and all you get to do is benefit from it. All right. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, how do I get in on this? You simply go to shibbolethdeals.com. www.shibbolethdeals.com. So right now there's 2 specials. One is 2 years for $59, or you can do a lifetime for $99. Absolutely ministry prices. Okay, that is what this is. And we do see it as a ministry. So what Janet was saying, and everybody else that's mentioned it, we see that we're doing this for the Lord. So we really want you to join. It doesn't cost much. Even if you hated us, it didn't cost you much to hate us. Okay. So, so we want you to join. When it asks, how did you hear about Shibboleth? Please put in the actual name of the person who told you about Shibboleth, because we like to give them kudos. That's what they get, kudos. But we do like to love on our members who share, because we don't have a marketing department. We don't have an advertising budget because we don't charge much. We pour into the people rather than put it into advertising. So our people are the ones that share for us. All right. So please tell us how you heard about Shibboleth. We're going to hop off right now, but if you headed over to Travis Martin's Weight Loss Ministry page on Facebook, or if you are a Shibboleth member, go to the pink online webinars tab, register, because when you register for a class and you spend at least 20 minutes or more in the Zoom room, your little digital badge that says you attend live webinars increases. And we like our adult gold stars and digital badges. So, but to get that credit, you'd have to be in the Zoom room of it, not the Facebook. But if you're watching on Facebook, head on over to Travis Martin's Weight Loss Ministry, and you can see Jason talk all about how he overcame weight loss. I mean, how he overcame weight loss, how he overcame food addiction and lost weight. Thank y'all for spending time with me. We have another class tomorrow night at 7:30, and I will see y'all hopefully in the Shibby Show on the morning. Bye,
What was that name
everybody.
again,
Bye.
Julie? It
You're
was Julie what? Julie was
Merendino,
Bernardino.
MERENDINO, and she is
Okay.
from the Cedartown Rockmart area.
Okay. I'll look
Where
it
do
up.
we go to get the Shibby Show at? Is it on the, where do we go to get that in the mornings?
Okay, so Shibby Show, if you want to watch it live, is going to be on the Shibboleth public page live. But if you miss it live, it then goes into your journal. Now, let me just say something about the journal. If you have a backup of videos in your journal, like when you go to your journal, there's a video there. If you don't see that one, you've got a backup. Once you've watched them, you can get caught up and then I'll appear there each day. But let me go real quick and show you my screen. If you go to right here, this videos and library, go there. And then you want to make sure that you're in the silver level, because this is silver level and up stuff. Right here where it says recently added, if you click there, these are all the videos that have been recently added. And this one right here, the CEUs one, I did this one this morning, CEUs, the Shibby Show. And you can just watch it right there.
So the public one is what? What is the public website you're saying?
The public website, the quickest and easiest way for you to get linked to that is to go to your dashboard.
Yeah.
Click on Fast Track, lap 1. And then it says right here, like the Shibboleth public Facebook page. When you click there, it's going to take you directly to the Shibboleth public Facebook page. And then you can click like. Obviously, I don't need to do that because I've already clicked like, but you would see the like button and you would click it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank y'all. Hopefully I'll see you in the morning and tomorrow night too. Bye,
Thank you so
everybody.
much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.